Hi guys, I'm Tanya and welcome back to my channel, The Donkey Business. Today I am going to be talking about a few movies that I have watched very recently from all around the world in the genre of crime, thriller, drama, and I think that these movies are very different from what we generally watch. So I highly recommend these movies and I hope that you will like them as much as I did. The first movie that I want to talk about is based on true events and is a crime drama film called Capote, which is about a writer who is writing a book and he goes to this other town to do some research and get inspired from his book for his book, where he meets like murderers, and he meets two of them and he's kind of getting obsessed with how they are and how their brain kind of works, out of which he befriends one of them and also forms a relationship. The film is witty, it is dark, it has some great performances, and is a film that I did not expect. It was beyond my expectations because when I read about the film, I thought that the film would be of a very different pace and the direction would be in a very particular way. But when I watched it, it was way above my expectations and I highly recommend it. Hustle and Flow is another movie that I watched very recently about this group where they're kind of like hustle and make money but they're not being able to do anything, and this one guy is basically working as a pimp, and he's selling his friends and stuff like that and trying to make money. And then one day he finally meets his friend who is into music, and that's when he's like, you know what, I have a passion for music, and he designs his whole life around rapping and making music through that friend, and that's what the movie is about. It's called Hustle and Flow, and it has some good performances, great music of course, and a very cool film to watch. It was highly entertaining and I loved it. The Constant Gardener is another movie that I watched, which is available on Amazon Prime, about a man who just lost his wife, and it is said that it could be a murder. So he has taken this mission that he's going to solve the murder no matter what and how dark as it gets, and it's a really good watch and I highly recommend it. A History of Violence is also a very unexpected film about a man who's very sober and very loving and kind and a very family man kind of a person, and then one day there's a robbery that happens in his diner, and he he just foils it and doesn't let it happen and becomes a local hero. And then the news goes on TV about how brave he is, and that's when his dark past comes out, and maybe he was in the dark world before that. The film is very cool and I loved watching it. Munich. It is directed by Steven Spielberg, and it is about a group of people who are trying to kill terrorists who actually killed all the Israeli athletes. It's a great film. I don't want to talk about it, but this is what the premise is and you should definitely watch it. Loft. It is a Belgian film about a group of guys who are married, but they hire a loft but they rent a loft where they basically have fun with other women and they can have some privacy. And then one day one of the women that they are having fun with is murdered, but they don't know who did it and who that woman is and how it happened. So the story revolves around that. Honestly, the plot of the film is so good. I was very excited to watch it and I loved the first half of the film, but the second half of the film was just it lost its plot and it just did not make sense to me, and the end I was not satisfied at all. But then the film has a very good premise and there are a few remakes of the film as well. Hollywood has definitely adapted a version of this. I don't highly recommend it, but I do recommend it for the kind of story that it starts to build up. It's very cool. Cat is a Punjabi web series available on Netflix, and Randeep Hooda is in the web series, and that's how actually I started watching it, and I realized that it's a very well made one. It's very cool. It's about drugs, murder, money, power, police, corruption, crime, everything that happens in India, and it is so good. It is amazing. It is unexpected and I highly recommend it. It's called Cat and it's on Netflix. So these are some recommendations that I have for y'all in the genre of crime and thriller drama movies that I am sure that you will love, and I will see you very soon. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.